What's up, YouTube? This is your big bro, King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the King Jabez. And for those who want to talk to me one-on-one, I do offer consultations. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Well, chosen men, chosen ladies, let's do some work. We're going to talk about today a very important message, and that is a warning against these satanic agents and the hoodoo that they're practicing right now and is very active. If you've watched my content, I've done several hundred videos over the last 5 years, and I've done many to warn my followers about the use of witchcraft and the activity of witches and warlocks against you. And a movie that was released April 17th, Sinners. A lot of themes in it. Now, disclaimer, I have not seen a movie yet, so it's not a movie review. And I'm not here to condemn the artistic expression, right, because people want to make it about that, or the critique of Western Christianity, which I have a problem with that too, to be honest with you. So I do have a problem with Western Christianity, collectively speaking, but I am a believer of historical Christianity. So let me make that clear, because you guys keep asking me, do you believe in Jesus? Yeah, I do believe in Jesus, but not the one you follow in this country. Because I don't know what y'all got going on. I mean, Jesus can mean anything in America. You can use Jesus and the Bible and God to hide a lot of evil stuff. So I do believe in historical Christianity, but I am suspect of what is happening in the so-called American church, collectively speaking, not every individual, that part. So, with that being said, one of the themes of this movie that I've heard about so far, I haven't actually seen the movie, but just doing some research online, is that there were actors and actresses on the set. And there were witches and warlocks invited to the recordings and whatnot, right? And they were there actively practicing hoodoo, which is a form of witchcraft from Africa. This was happening. And that is something that is being spread in cultures all across the country for years, to be honest, especially down in the South, even up here in the Midwest. So I want to begin this with a prayer against generational spirits and generational curses. I think that is necessary today. It's been a little time since I've done one of these, so I think it's time. It's more than time. So let's get right to it. Let's do this prayer against generational curses and these satanic agents. Listen to this carefully and save this one. Okay? You have to put your name in this. I break all generational curses of what? Pride, lust, perversion, rebellion, witchcraft, idolatry, poverty, rejection, fear, confusion, addiction, destruction, in the name of Yeshua. I command all generational spirits that come into my life during conception, in the womb, the birth canal, to come out in the name of Yeshua. I break all spoken curses and negative words that I have spoken over my own life in the name of Yeshua. I break all spoken curses and negative words spoken over my life by others, including those in authority. That's a lot of that abuse and bullying that comes from these so-called authority figures. Right? We know about that, right? Let's continue. I break the legal rights of all generational spirits operating behind a curse in the name of Yeshua. I renounce all false beliefs inherited by my ancestors. I break all curses over my finances from any ancestors that cheated or mishandled money in the name of Yeshua. I renounce any pride inherited by my ancestors in the name of Yeshua. I break all oaths and vows and pacts, okay, made with the devil by my ancestors. Do you hear me? I break all curses by agents of Satan, many of them, plural, by the way, spoken against my life in secret in the name of Yeshua. And so I want you to save that prayer. And, this is so important because this is happening, ladies, men. This is why the Most High, one of the reasons why the Most High gave me that dream last week with my father from 1989. He was trying to tell me something. And I woke up that week too, probably around 4 or 5 a.m. And I heard in my spirit very clearly the word hoodoo. And I was wondering, okay, what's going on? So I get up and start praying. I'm not practicing this. I'm thinking, okay, maybe someone's trying to speak this against me. And of course, I didn't know what was going on that day, but as I did some more research and began to see what's going on, that's exactly what's happening right now. There are people in this country right now trying to use witchcraft, hoodoo in particular, against the chosen ones. And we got to wake up. We can't be sent back passive saying, I'm covered. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say this firmly. I am tired of people in the spiritual community quoting one verse from the Bible. The first thing you say when we say this is, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Stop quoting that one verse. Do some work. That's lazy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm getting on you today. Yes, I'm getting on you. That's lazy spirituality. If that was all we needed, we would have a pamphlet with that verse we just put on our forehead. Okay? We have a whole book for a reason. We got to do some work, guys. We can't just sit back and quote a few verses. This is stronger than that. I'm not against that verse. I like that verse. I can do all things through Christ. I like that verse. Okay? That's great. No weapon formed against you prosper. That's great. Return to sender. All the stuff y'all be saying, right? That's good and dandy. Do some work. It's going to take more than that. We got to dig a little deeper. Guys, ladies. We got to do some fasting. We have to sometimes do some meditating like I did today. We have to get up early sometimes at 3 a.m. and pray at that hour. We got to do the work. We can't just say a few words and poof, it's gone. It's deeper than that. This stuff goes deep. We're talking about stuff our ancestors did. This is not a game. So that prayer was a prayer against generational spirits. And some of you right now, that's resting on your life. And you're wondering why you can't break free. That energy is right there. And all that energy is not leaving with a few words. I'm sorry, it's going to take some power to get rid of some of the stuff that's on your life. And that's what this message is about. So, we're going to do some work. We're going to do some work today. I got some notes here written out. We're going to break this down. 10 signs. Yes, we're going there. We're breaking this down piece by piece. 10 signs that someone is trying to use some hoodoo against you. Number 1, fatigue or being lethargic. You say, okay, I could be fatigued or lethargic because I'm tired. I didn't have enough iron. I didn't have enough magnesium. I understand that. That's common sense. We're talking about when it is deeper than your diet and the vitamins you're taking. We're talking taking all your supplements, eating a proper diet. You are actually healthy and you're still tired all the time. Sometimes it is health. I will give you that. For you guys who want to minimize everything spiritual, that is partially true. But I'm here to say that sometimes it has nothing to do with your health and it has everything to do with some type of spiritual activity, as we read in that prayer, that's being done in secret. So a sign of witchcraft often is fatigue. Why? Because we need energy to work. We need energy to read. We need energy to go to the gym. We need energy to build our business. We need energy to, what am I doing? Raise those kids, pick my baby up, right? Raise those children. That takes a lot of energy. I got 3 of them. That takes work. Okay? So we can't raise our babies. We can't do our job. We can't build our business, go to the gym, write books, or whatever we're doing. Write music for those who are doing that. Hairdressers, those who are doing ladies' hairs, and barbers, all type of people follow me. You're doing your tattoos, you get my point. Whatever you're doing, you need energy. So, of course, witchcraft will try to come at that first, right? Doesn't that make sense? So you think about this logically. They want you to be tired all the time. Because if you're tired, you can't get your finances in order, right? Number 2, consistent headaches. You got these headaches that don't make sense. Now, of course, it could be because you lack water. I know that it could be because you got dental issues. I'm not a dummy. I'm not being arrogant. I'm a pretty smart guy. I know sometimes it's because of dental issues. Okay, sometimes some of y'all won't go right to that, right? Sometimes because you need some water. I get that. What if your teeth are fine? What if you've had a whole gallon of water? Okay, what if your diet is fine? You're fasting. Again, guys, sometimes it has nothing to do with none of that. Do all of that, by the way. Okay, use your head. Use common sense. But I'm telling you, you could be doing all of that and have these headaches because they want to attack your mind. Witchcraft is an attack against your mind, the spirit of man. This is where you formulate those thoughts and ideas and build your business and grow. Read books. I'm looking at my library over there. Read your books. Fill your mind with knowledge. So there's an attack against the mind. And so this is where the panic comes from. At times anxiety. At times you're confused. That's what that prayer talked about, right? Bringing that spirit of confusion. So if you have confusion and pressure and that spirit of poverty is trying to come against you, that will create headaches. And with that headache, you don't really have peace. You're not really confident. You can't think as clear as you normally do. So that is an attack against your progress. Number 3, we're just going to work today. Trouble sleeping. Some of you have trouble sleeping, and it's not because of anything health-wise. It is because of a spirit. I'm going to give it to you plain. And some of you are having these lustful dreams. I'm not judging you, not because you're doing anything wrong, because it's a spirit trying to plant the stuff in your mind, right? The incubus and succubus is very real. Okay, y'all. Some of y'all think that is a game because it's something you're not used to hearing. But some of y'all having these very strong, you know what, dreams at night. It's not because you're a bad person. It's because there's a real spirit that's trying to stop you and get you wrapped up. And right now, I'll be honest, man, that lust spirit, man, has the world in a headlock right now. Let's just be real about that. That lust spirit has the world in a headlock. And that was my very first video when I got online 5 years, 5 months ago today. I got online 5 years, 5 months ago today. And I came out the gate coming for that spirit. And that spirit has been running amok ever since. I'm telling you. This is before they start doing stuff. Now, it wasn't even bad as it is now. It's out of control now. It was bad 5 years ago. It's off the rails now. You know what I mean? And so many of you are having trouble sleeping because those spirits are there trying to plant thoughts in your mind. Right? So when you're sleeping, those spirits are active trying to put stuff in your head. So when you wake up the next day, you're thinking about that, and eventually you want to act it out. Okay? Let's just keep it all the way 1,000. This is real, right? And that's not a judgment. That is an assessment from our study, as you can tell, of all these truths. Okay? Number 4, and I'm sure you all wanted this for, misfortune. You say, man, big bro, stuff just be going south, wrong for no reason. I be doing everything right. Some of you, you say, big bro, I'm fasting, I'm reading, I'm going to the gym, I'm working my job, I'm trying to do everything I can to do the right thing, and I just keep having what seems like bad luck, right? Some of you can resonate with that. And I'm telling you, it may not be nothing you're doing. You may be doing everything right. You may, my boy, sis, you may be very well fight a generational spirit. It's that simple. There ain't nothing you doing wrong. So if you sit back, because that's the first thing that spirit wants you to think, man, it's me. What did I do to deserve this? Have you ever said that? What did I do to deserve this? And, sometimes nothing. Sometimes it's something your ancestors did. And this is why I said that prayer. That's why I started off with that prayer, because sometimes stuff ain't got nothing to do with us. We are the recipient of it, unfortunately, right? And we have to now do something to change that. Number 5, how many have been through this one? Blocked goals. Constantly getting blocked on your goals. And you think, man, you trying to get to school. Some of you want to build a business. Some of you have a goal to build your own brand, your entrepreneurship endeavors. Some of you want to grow at your job and be promoted there. That's fine too. You got all these goals, and you should have them, by the way. We all have goals and dreams. Should, and I hope you do. You know what I mean? And many of you are making steps to actively pursue those goals and dreams, right? And you're struggling. You're seeing like your goals are being blocked, and sometimes the block is a very real curse. Number 6, hearing voices. Now, I'm not here to say I'm not a psychologist. Okay, let me put that out there. Sometimes there could be some psychological issues, and I've talked to some of you who may struggle with some of that, and that's not a diss, that's not a judgment. This is real life. Mental illness is a real problem in America. It's a problem that is out of control, to be honest. I'm going to be real with you. Let me take my glasses off. Prior to getting online, I worked for a not-for-profit. Well, we dealt with that firsthand. And there were a lot of people that we just could not help because I did counseling work before I got online. I'm not just some guy online just talking like some of y'all think. Put that out there. I did counseling work prior to getting online. And man, there were people that I was not equipped to help. I'll be honest, because there were some clear mental health issues. And so I know firsthand, doing this work in Chicago, that mental health is an issue and it's being pushed to the side by, people who got the power to make some changes there are not doing it. Let's put it that way. But I get myself into more trouble I'm already in. But yeah, okay, that's a problem. So you need to be careful. I'm telling you what I know. There are people out here who are mentally ill who are not properly being treated, or who may not even know. And I promise I'm not trying to be funny. This is not a joke. I'm being dead serious. I have counseled hundreds of people, so I know what I'm talking about. And so some of you are struggling in that department, and it may be mental illness is part of it, but part of it may sometimes just be a real spirit, right? And the two tend to go hand in hand. You know what I mean? Sometimes people say everything is a spiritual, and everything is mental illness. You have those say everything is mental illness, and you have those say everything is just a demon. It's a little bit of both, to be honest. From where I stand, it's a little bit of both. And I'm going to leave that there. 7, having consistent financial troubles. I talked to a guy, man, recently, man. I did a consultation. This was an hour talk. And I felt this pain. He's like, man, bro, I'm doing everything right. And some of y'all been through this, man, doing everything right and just can't get over a hump. It's like as soon as it seems like you're climbing this mountain, you get pulled back down. Anybody been through that? You keep working. Some of you working 2 jobs. You're like, big bro, I'm doing everything I can in my power to better my life. and I keep getting pulled down. Every time I climb up, I get pulled down. Get a little closer, and I'm going to break through, pull down. And it's probably a real curse that needs to be broken. Not saying you're a cursed person, but that's a curse. And it's often generational, and it needs to be dealt with these prayers. Okay? Number 8. Getting these weird vibes from people that you know. People who were cool at one point, they just all of a sudden just start switching up and acting strange around you. Right? Now, granted, everybody has bad days. I understand. I got common sense, right? Plenty of common sense. Everyone has bad days and their moments, and sometimes people are just going through something, feeling away. I understand all of that. Okay? I've been around a lot of people. You hear me? But I'm talking about people just start switching up, and it's like unusual. You see what I'm saying? And you can't really just minimize it to just a bad day or feeling away. They start acting weird around you. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes it's because you're leveling up and you're transitioning in life. But times it's that spiritual energy behind these curses they're trying to work against you. And that's part of the objective of these curses, by the way, in satanic agents, is to turn people against you. Okay? And that will be number 9. Okay? The curse of Balaam. Balaam was a prophet for profit. Okay? And so let me talk to you Balaams for a second. There's a bunch of y'all online too. You prophets for profits. You are being financed by the devils, because devil got some deep pockets. Satan got some bread, and he's financing some of you people, you demons, you agents, to really speak against the chosen. So I want you to know, chosen men and women, listen, you got some agents working against you. You need to be aware of that. Okay? So, the enemy has a long history of financing Balaam. So that's what Balaam was originally. Balaam was the first prophet for profit, and they're still doing this 2025. There you go, prophet for profits, a bunch of them. That Balaam demon, and some of them right now on YouTube too. And you know who you are. I know who you are. You know who you are. We'll leave that there. And number 10, and we're done. Serious dreams concerning animal spirits, and that's often a sign of demonic energy. I've talked about that before in the past with my talks on the marine kingdom demons. We talked about that. I've done a lot of teaching in the last 5 years, by the way. We talked about that years ago, and how sometimes those animals in your dreams are often pictures of spirits. Not saying that animals are demonic. I got to make that clear for you animal lovers. I love animals, so we're not saying that that's crazy. I'm not saying, don't make me sound crazy. I'm saying that an animal can be pictured. Let me make it clear, because some of y'all try to make this something that ain't. Can be pictured as a spirit to give you a divine message. So sometimes the Most High, who made the animals, I got a line right here, who made the animals, will use one in a dream to give you a message about a spirit. Why is that? Because animals have a lot of power. They can be dangerous depending on who they are. And the Most High is showing you, hey, there's a spirit that is this dangerous coming against you. You draw? He's trying to give you a message. So some of you are having these different dreams about different animals. That's not just by mistake. That's a warning message. And so those are some signs of the hoodoo that's coming against you. And we talked about how to come against that.